You probably know this place by heart already. Every YouTuber, every single video for leveling up fast or whatever has shown you this place. And you already know that this is the best place to farm. They all say the same thing and they're right. This is the best place to farm. But first, to make this even better than it is, you need the Sacred Relic Sword. You can use the Rodan's swords, but that's not gonna work for what we're gonna do today. I did say this is the true fastest way. So the true fastest way requires you to get the Sacred Relic Sword, the Gold Scarab, Shard of Alexander, Sacred Scorpion Charm, and the Ritual Sword Talisman. Why do you need all this? Well, there's a little mechanic in Elden Ring. Not sure how it works, but from what I've seen and from my own experiences, if you kill an enemy with overwhelming force, so you do more damage than you need to kill it, the game will grant you a little bonus runes. Pretty simple. So with all these talismans, I'm guaranteeing the maximum damage I can get, I think. I think you can get more damage by going naked and equipping the Blue Dancer charm, but I'm not sure if that's gonna really increase the damage. So after you get all that, we're gonna need another thing. This is called Tiny Task, as you can see here. You download Tiny Task. What is Tiny Task? Tiny Task is a very famous autoclicker. Well, I say pretty famous, but I'm not sure if it is pretty famous. I like to use it a lot for Roblox stuff. Tiny Task is an autoclicker. Now, why are we using an autoclicker? And is it bannable? We're using an autoclicker because you probably already experienced this. Going back and forth from the grace to here, pressing the button, going back to the grace, pressing the button again, going back to the grace. You know, it's insanely mind-numbing. And I did this up to level 350 and I just couldn't do it anymore. By anything in my life, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was so tired of it. So I thought of, well, is there a way to make this automatically? And I thought of something. Hey, I have Tiny Tasks installed. Can I use that to record a set of inputs and essentially automatically farm runes? Well, yes, I actually found a way to do this. Now, I don't know if I can give you the file I used to farm, which is perfected. It's the perfect recording. I wish I could give it to you guys, but I'm not sure if YouTube allows me to put links. I think it does. And even so, I don't know how to actually make that file downloadable for you guys. I never tried something like that before, so I'll just show you how you can record your own recording. Perfected. So, first things first, after downloading Tiny Task, you want to go to the sound and display and change your device for on-screen prompts to keyboard and mouse, because we'll be using our keyboard and mouse can be pretty weird to use. The problem with Tiny Task, well, it's not really a problem, but Tiny Task only records your keyboard and mouse, and if you play this on controller, then it won't be able to record your controller inputs or any peripheral that isn't your mouse. Now, we're gonna open Tiny Task. This is Tiny Task, pretty tiny. Tiny Task. Okay. You want to go to Preferences. Do not touch play speed. We want to have that at 1x. The next thing you want to do is go to Continuous Playback and press it once. Now it's already selected. Next thing you want to do is change the recording hotkey. By default, it's probably placed at Control plus Shift Alt R, and that set of inputs is pretty dumb. So I rather use F8, which you only need to press once. And after that, we're ready to go. Next, we gotta start at a very perfect position. So, to get that perfect position I speak of, you press G while on keyboard, which will open the map. Then, you press S or you know, anything to get to the grace. Press E twice, and you'll be at the side of grace. You'll notice that your character spawned in this location, looking at that rock and facing that way, and your camera is also perfectly aligned. You really don't want to touch your mouse for this, but you want to start the recording, press W and Shift. maneuver your character to the thing, to the place, without pressing your mouse or anything. Just only using WASD to get to the place. While the recording is on, you press Control. This will kill everyone. I kind of missed that guy, but you can change that. Then, after you kill everyone, you can press G. Now here you're probably thinking, oh, then I can just press S one time. Tap S one time and it'll automatically aim assist my cursor into the grace. Well, from my many versions and a lot of testing, eventually that won't work. You see, when your cursor is close to a set of grace, it'll do like a little aim assist thing like this. You see? It'll automatically pull it into the grace. But sometimes that's not the case. Eventually, as you can see, there is no aim assist. It doesn't want to pull it in. Pause. So, how do we guarantee that your cursor, every time you go down, goes to the grace? Well, I found out that very late in the game, like 500 hours in the game, I found out that if you press F, you see a list of graces. But on top of that, it doesn't matter where you are. You could have your cursor all the way near these graces. You can press F, and it'll take you to the nearest grace from your character. And perfectly too. Now that you know this, you press E twice. 1 and 2. 1 to open the menu and to press OK. And boom, you're back here and the location. Now you can start your perfect loop. And here's how it works. Let's open Tiny Task. You stop recording, of course, and press save. I didn't save anything because I didn't record it. After that, a save file will create over here. You can load up Perfected Mog's Palace, and then you press play. If you have continuous playback on and everything, it'll finally start. Now, the first time, it probably won't do it. As you can see, it'll probably do the wrong thing. But remember the map? This step right here, the part of going to the grace, resets your location and resets your camera. So it's a perfect reset for the loop. It's just like that. After killing all the Albinaurics, you go back to map. Boom. By the way, I'm not touching anything right now. This is just a recording I did a couple months ago. It's just doing it perfectly. Now, would it be crazy if you could actually maximize your rune gain even further? Well, yes. Let me stop the program. All right. Have you ever heard of multiplayer groups? Multiplayer groups, you put a code, you go press pause, you go here, multiplayer, and to your top right, you'll see a multiplayer code. I won't show mine because I have a friend group. I don't want anyone to join. Plus, it won't benefit you in any way. Anyways, you join a group. You can join the Fextra Lives group from the wiki, very famous Elden Ring wiki, or you can join the one on Reddit, which is the I think the Beyond the Fog and the Elden Ring r/Elden Ring one. They have group codes on their descriptions, I think. You can join. You put that here in the multiplayer tab, and a little icon below your health and your stamina and whatever will appear. You see that icon, the ring icon? That ring icon will say that you're in a group. So, after you're in a group, why are we joining it? Well, here's the thing. When you're in a group, if another player from the group kills a shard bearer, like Godfrey, for example, no, not Godfrey, Mog, or Millennia, or any of those that have a great rune, everyone in the group will get a bonus. They'll get a temporary bonus for the runes. A message will display in the screen saying, "Ha! A Tarnish has defeated a boss." And then below your health bar, you'll see another pickled gold foul foot appear and give you another extra rune boost. they can also give you this boost if they finish the game. If they kill the Elden Beast, it says somebody became a lord, granted a boost. Boom, you have the boost as well. This will maximize everything, your rune gain, everything. It's probably not that powerful, and you probably don't need that extra rune boost. But if you really wanna have the max amount of money you can gain, you also have to be on New Game Plus 7. I forgot to mention that. New Game Plus 7 gives you the max amount of runes per enemy, but you probably already know that because every other guide has told you so. Now, I also wanted to tell you something else. Maybe in your travels you have encountered an enemy with glowing eyes, and when you defeated it, it granted you maybe 50% more than it should in runes. Well, to make that more often, we can rest at the site of grace before starting the loop and passing the time to nightfall. At nighttime, these enemies with glowing eyes will have a higher chance to spawn. And if you were to kill one of those here, it would probably grant you around 15,000 runes in one enemy, which is crazy. But that's eventually everything you can do to maximize your rune farming. Now, I want you to do this AFK method when you're sleeping, because when you wake up next morning, you'll wake up to 100, maybe 30 so million runes, which is around maybe 20 levels. And as you get higher, you eventually go down to 5 levels. And I think the minimum of levels 130 million runes gives you is like 4 levels. But yeah, that's the best way to farm runes to max level. There's simply no other better way. Of course, you can cheat and use a cheat engine or any hacks or whatever, but I don't like that. Not only will you probably get banned, you will probably feel like you didn't accomplish anything. With this, you don't taint your save file, and you feel a little bit more accomplished and more honorable because you didn't cheat. You just simply recorded what you do every day and made it so that it does it by itself. In fact, I think that's pretty smart. So that's why I'm sharing my knowledge for everyone who wants to be max level before the Elden Ring DLC. I think I said this before, maybe not, but the estimated time it'll take you to farm maybe from 350, level 350 to max level is about 3 nights, maybe 4 nights. Unsure. But with everything I have on, it'll probably take you 3 nights or 4 nights of AFKing. Make sure your PC is in a cold room or air conditioner's on. Pretty good ventilation because your PC will probably get a little bit hot. If you're in a laptop, of course. I'm in a laptop, and that's why you probably seen all the stutters during the video. Yeah, as I say, I get a stutter. That's because my PC is currently running at 95 Celsius, but that's just how it runs. Can't really change that. It's thermal throttle. Anyways, another thing, these stutters actually don't ruin the loop. The loop is pretty good, and even if they do ruin the loop, I showed you already that the map part of the loop will reset it every time perfectly, so it'll always start fresh. Anyways, that's all for today. I wanted to give you this guide because I feel like a lot of people want to get max level, but they just can't because they don't have the willpower to grind through all those 50 hours of doing nothing but this. And I want to help those people because I found the solution, and why shouldn't I share it? Well, that's all for today. See you guys in the next video. Hope you reach max level and enjoy the game as much as I do. This is my favorite game of all time. Nothing is better than this game, honestly, in my opinion. And yeah, see ya.